Changing the channel, Showtime tool, very simple to teach. Here's the hand gesture for changing the channel, right? Pretend as if you've got a radio station, and I know in the days of push button, you might have to explain. All you're looking to do, right, is simply turn, right? If you notice what I'm doing, I'm changing the channel. Have a discussion with your players, and again, this is where, as long as we are not sleeping as human beings, there's thoughts, there's stuff, if you will, going on in our head. Ken Ravizza talked about thinking, okay? Again, we have so many different choices as human beings and in our thought process. By changing the channel, and again, using that hand gesture, it's our reminder to the players that, you know what, you're starting to listen to the critic. You're starting to listen to the person that is saying no. Change the channel till you get to a station that becomes yours, that becomes personal, and it becomes positive, and it's giving you the confidence that you need. Changing the channel says, I'm ready to hit. I'm good, I'm the best, I belong here. Play the game again like I was 8 years old. Changing the channel, and again, this is something that in the middle of an individual lesson, you start seeing the player struggle, getting distracted. You're seeing the parent, you know, kind of talking a little bit too much, or the body language of the player, you're sensing that they're actually listening, or they're very aware that the father or the mother is sitting there. Hey, Billy, change the channel. Many times becomes a great message for them. And this really segues into the flushing. Whether it's the actual toilet that some locations have, a real simple, easy hand gesture, right? Take 2 fingers, whoosh, and just make the noise, right? We can all have our own personal toilets as teachers now. Take 2 fingers, right? And just like we were in the bathroom getting ready to flush, whoosh, right? There's the hand gesture. You show that to the player, and that's his reminder, you know what? Amy just gave me the flush sign. I'm going to step out for a second. I'm going to take that belly breath, and that shit swing, that 57-foot curveball is gone, and I'm ready to come back in again. Right? Make sure you're not only reminding the player to look at you, but they can do that themselves sometimes. Right? The power of the flush and the toilet. That as great players, as really great people, your ability to very quickly remove, get rid of, or flush the preceding thought or the preceding act. And this is really, you know, we talk all the time about playing in the moment, one pitch at a time, all the cliches that over and over again that we hear. Great players have selective memory, right? They spend so much time going back to the good and their ability to flush the bad, learning from it, of course, but making sure that it's still not sitting from within. That becomes very powerful. So as we talk about changing the channel, and again, explain to the player, hey, let's change the channel. Have something else to say. And this is sometimes if they've gotten away from their personal pep talk, that you're seeing them in there now and it's, I got to get a hit, right? I got to get a hit. Or they've got 7 different leverage points going on in their head. On this next swing, right, I'm going to backstretch, power L. I'm going to have great stride direction. I'm going to snap the hip joint. I'm going to make sure my barrel stays below the hands, and I'm going to finish high. Well, guess what? As human beings, we can't have 9 different things that we're looking to accomplish in one objective. That's where you need to change the channel. Possibly, if you're seeing the player getting distracted, right, let's make sure very quickly we're flushing. And if you notice, certainly at the major league level, whether it's a Mariano or a Manny type caliber player, they have all their internal flushing mechanisms going on. Many times you'll see a hitter step out and kind of just look at the barrel. How many times have you watched games on TV and you'll see them kind of step out for a second and look at either the label or actually look at their name or the model number? Many times that's their way of reminding themselves, hey, you know what? Where's my feel good? Where's my personal pep talk? I'm the best. Or you'll see them look at the bat as kind of their objective and remind themselves to take that belly breath and go back. Many times it'll be their receptacle for the flush or the you-know-what that's getting flushed out of the toilet, right? They're coming back in, that bad swing is gone, and they go back and they start establishing their routine again. So again, I know we're repeating ourselves on changing the channel, right? Have a different statement that's in that computer we call the human brain. And again, if you sense as an instructor that they're spending too much time on some bad news or some bad images, right, give them, right, the most effective high sign, shh, very quickly, and make sure that they understand what the flush is. Once they see the flush, let them react to it. You give them the flush sign and they kind of just nod at you, that's not acknowledging that they need to get rid of the stinking thinking or the bad at bat. They need to step out. They need to show you something personal, right? Whether it's or looking out far away and taking the breath and symbolically getting rid of the swing that is starting to affect them, and then step back in again. Once they've shown you that, then you know that they've effectively responded to the flushing sign that you gave them.